Okay, let's have now resultant of forces, no? Pag sinabing resultant of forces, kumbaga algebraic sum lang siya ng mga vectors. So for example, sa mechanics, halimbawa meron kang force na ganyan, isang force 1, and then what? Isang another force 2 there. If you remember, you use the what you call the parallelogram method to solve for the what? To solve for the resultant. That is the actually the resultant, or actually ito yung pinag-combine yung dalawang force, yung epekto. Pero kapag given na in terms of vectors, yung forces, pwede niyo namang makuha agad yung mga resultant or resultant. So let's have an example. Halimbawa, I have force A, let's say 2i, okay, 2i plus 3j, then let's say plus 4k. And let's say another force B, let's say is 7i minus 8j plus 2k. So the resultant will just be A plus B. Add lang. So the resultant will just be what? Will just be 2 plus 7, 9i, 3 minus 8 minus 5j, and then plus 6k. Right, that will be a resultant. Ngayon, kapag ganito yung problem, may force ka at saka dumaan. Dinaanan lang yung force, hindi ito yung vector. Nagdaan siya galing saan? From the determine the magnitude of the resultant, its pointing and direction cosines for the following system concurrent forces. All forces start from the origin. So from the origin to dito, ibig sabihin ito na mismo yung vector. Yan na yung mga yan. Yan na yung vector. So all you have to do is to get the unit vector. Unit vector for 3i minus 4j plus 6k, for negative 2i plus 4j minus 5k, and negative 4i plus 5j minus 3k. Kasi sinubtract lang lahat sa 0, 0, 0 yan. And then you will have these values yan. Okay? Or pwede gamit ka ng calcu para mabilis. So, punta ka sa mode 8, 1. So, input mo yung mga vectors. That is what? That is 3, negative 4, 6, and then shift 5, dimension mo yung pangalawang vector. Okay, you have negative 2, 4, and negative 5. And then dimension mo yung pauli, shift 5, dimension mo ulit yung pangatlong vector. Okay, 1, you have negative 4, 5, and negative 3. So, tingnan mo kung ano yung laman. Shift 5, data mo. Vector A, 3, negative 4, 6. Shift 5, data number 2. Vector B, negative 2, 4, negative 5. That's right. And shift 5, 2, at saka vector C, that's negative 4, 5, and negative 3. That's the time pwede mo nang makuha to. So, that is shift 5, vector A, divide mo siya by ano? Uh, divide by what? Absolute value of, okay, okay, tapos 3 vector A. So, yan yung unit vector. Ito yung unit vector niya, 0.381, 0.381, negative 0.512, and so on. Ganito rin ang pagkuha ng unit vectors. Ganon din dito, shift 54 divided by absolute value of, okay, shift 54 para makuha mo yung unit vector dito. All the same as this one, shift 5, 5 divided by absolute value of absolute value of shape 5, 5. Okay, so ito yung, now, ang mas maganda, okay, store mo tong mga vectors na to. So, turuan ko kayo mag-store, no? So, ito pwede ma-store. Store mo siya sa vector A, yung mga unit vector. Store mo siya sa vector B, and store mo siya sa vector C. Kasi i-add natin siya. I-add natin siya bago i-multiply. Ito yung gagawin natin para ma-compute yung resultant ng tatlong. So, ang gawin mo, okay, ganito. So, shift 5, 3 divided by what? Divided by absolute value of, okay, shift 5, 3, there. Store mo siya sa A. So, na-store na siya sa vector A. And then, yung shift 5, 4, no. And then, yung vector B, shift 5, 4, divide mo ng absolute value of shift 5, 4, store mo siya sa B. And same thing, yung vector B, vector C, divide mo ng absolute value of vector C. No, vector C. Shift 5, 5. Store mo siya sa C. And then ito, pwede na natin makuha to. This will be what? Just be 300 vector A. There. Plus, yung mga components na ng vector A. Plus 400 times ang unit vector B. Shift 5, 4. Plus 200. Okay. Shift 5, 5. There. So you see, ito na ngayon yung resultant. Ito yung resultant. N yung resultant. Okay, and to get the direction cosines, ito, that is automatically, what? This is automatically, dyan sa calculator nyo, that is automatically stored sa vector answer. Sa vector answer. So, if you want to find the magnitude of the resultant, so ano yung magnitude ng resultant? Okay, this will be just this, the square root of what? Square root of this one, yung rx squared plus ry squared plus rc squared. So, ang mangyayari, kung may mouse mo na lang dito, absolute mo lang eh. Shift height, shift 5, yung absolute value ng vector answer. You see that the resultant, the magnitude of the resultant will be what? The magnitude of the resultant or the resultant magnitude is almost 296 or 297. 297 Newton. And to get the unit vector ng ano ng, so ito paano mo makuha to? This will be what? This will be vector answer lang. Shift 5, 6 divided by absolute value. Shift 5, 6. So ito ngayon yung mga, okay, direction cosines. Pag inverse cosine mo lahat yan, okay, so just get the inverse cosine ng ano, inverse cosine ng negative 0.395. That is nasa radian mode to, no? Lipat ka ng degree mode. So 113 degrees. Okay. 113 degrees. Pag dinrawing mo yan, halimbawa, anong octant to? Kung saan siya nagpo-point, kung saan siya nagpo-point. So, kung ito yung X, ito yung Y, ito yung Z, saan siya nagpo-point? Pag negative, nandito somewhere there. Yan yung pointing niya. Pag positive to, yung Y, somewhere here, nandito. And then, pag negative yung C, somewhere there, somewhere there. So, ito yung pointing ng direction mo, ng forces mo. And then this will be what? This will be, ito, yung mga angles lang yan. But this is 113 point 3 degrees. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung x-axis mo, iikot ng ng 113 degrees doon. Okay? Yung 226, yung 0.762, kunin mo yung inverse cosine niya. Inverse cosine ng 0.762. That's 40 degrees. From the positive y, ikot ka lang ng 40 degrees dito. Yan, iikot ka ng 40 degrees. So, somewhere there na. Somewhere there, uh, somewhere there is, yan, mga 40 degrees. And then, ito na yung this is 100 something degrees, 113 degrees. And then ito, yung yung negative 0.514, pag kinuha mo yung inverse cosine yan, inverse cosine of negative 0.514, that's more than 120 degrees from the positive C, kaya bababa yan doon. So that's how you get resultant of, okay, and that's how we deal with vectors. Now, okay, so naman, yung dot product at saka dot product at saka cross product. Now look at the dot product. Ano yung definition? The dot product or scalar product is given by this A dot B, absolute value of A, B cosine theta. So basically, yung A dot B mo are just components. Okay, scalar product of the components. So ito yung A mo, ito yung B mo. Okay, ito yung A mo, ito yung B mo, ito yung theta. Yun yung theta. So ito yung definition niya. Now, look at the definition also. This is a derived formula. We just compute what? The components, AX, BX, AY, BY, and AC, BC. So, tingnan nyo kung paano ginagawa. Oh. Okay, find the dot product muna. Find the dot product of A and B. Look at this. A dot B. Anong ginawa? Multiply lang yun. 3 times 4 plus 4 times 2 plus negative 6 times negative 6. 3 times 4 plus 4 times 2 plus negative 6 times 6. That is what? That is 56. Pwede mong magawa sa calculator to. Saka sa mode 8 ulit. Define mo yung vector. Vector A as 3, 4, at saka negative 6. Tapos, define mo ulit yung vector B as what? As 4, 2, at saka negative 6. So, pag kinuha mo yung dot product, okay, vector lang. Shift 5, 3. Okay, shift 5, hanapin mo yung dot number 7. Shift 5, 4. That's your dot product. This is what? This is 56. Ito yung 56 yung sinasabing dot product. Usually, ang gamit ng dot product is to determine angle between them. Diba? Kung naalala nyo, ito yung A, yan yung B. So, anong definition niya? A dot B is the absolute value, magnitude of A, magnitude of B, cosine of theta. Cosine of theta. So, ibig sabihin, your cosine of theta is equal to A dot B over the magnitude of A, magnitude of A, magnitude of B. But remember, yung A divided by the magnitude of A mo is unit vector A yan. Unit vector A, then dot, unit vector B. Yan. So, cosine theta is, ito yung formula. So, halimbawa, dito, find the angle between the vectors 3i minus 6j plus 5k and 5i plus 2j minus 2k. Okay. Look at how it's done. So, okay. So, kinuha lang yung dot product. Tapos, dinivide by yung square root niya. And remember, anong dot product dito? That is 3 times 5, 15. That is 15. And then, negative 6 times 2 is negative, negative 12. And then 5 times 7 is negative 35. Negative 35 divided by yung mga values nito, which is what? Which is, square root of ano yan? Square root of uh, 3 squared plus what? Plus 6 squared plus 5 squared. Square root of 70. That is square root of 70 times ano to? Times square root of, ilan yung ano na to? Ilan yung square root of, that's square root of 5 squared plus ano yan? Plus 2 squared plus 7 squared. 7 squared square root of 78. 78. And then, computin mo lang. So, ilan to? That is 15 minus 12 minus what? Minus 35 divided by square root of 70 times square root of 78. The value is negative. And then, inverse cosine of the answer, that's 115 point, 66 degrees. Now, sa calculator, mas madali ito, no? Press mo lang yung mode 8.1. Define mo yung 3, negative 6, saka saka 5. Tapos, okay, shift 5, dimension mo yung vector B. Define mo ulit. 5, 2, saka negative 7. So, ang gawin mo, kunin mo yung unit vector A. That's shift 5, 3 divided by absolute value of shift 5, 3. Yan. Store mo lang siya sa A. And then, define mo yung vector B, the shift 5, dimension mo yung vector B, number 1. Define mo yung vector 5, 2 saka negative, malita, shift 5, dimension mo siya as number 2, number 1 dapat. So, you have 5, 2, saka negative 7. And then, get the unit vector, that is shift 5, 5 divided by unit shift 5, 4. So, no. Vector beta ba? Shift 5, 4 divided by the absolute value of shift 5, 4. Mali na naman. Shift 5, 3. There. And then store it to vector B. Shift store. To get the angle, just what? Just get the inverse cosine of vector A dot shift 5, 7 dot shift 5, 4. There. So, dapat ganyan na naka-input. And then you get this answer. 115.66 degrees. Okay, that's how you do. Okay. Next is The scalar projection. Pag sinabing scalar projection, ito yung component ng vector A along the vector B. Pag sinabi kong ganito, halimbawa meron akong vector A dyan, tapos meron akong vector B dito, okay. Gusto kong makuha yung component ng A about B. So, po-project ko yan dyan. So, ito yung hinahanap ko. Ano yung length na yon? That is just equal to A dot unit vector B. Okay, ito yung vector projection or component ng A on B. Component of A on B to. Pag component of B on A naman, remember, this is component of A on B. A on B. Pag component of B on A naman, so ang component of B on A, kung po-project ngayon ako dito, so ano ngayon yung length na yon? That is B dot unit vector A. So yun ang ibig sabihin niyan. So look at this. Find the scalar projection. Okay, here. Find the scalar projection of f equals 3I plus 4j minus k on the vector g. So tingnan nyo mabuti. No? Ano nangyari? You just get a dot unit vector g. Ito yung vector a, and then ito yung unit vector ano? Unit vector g. So, pag calculator, madali lang yan. No? Ganun din. Mode ano? Mode 8, 1, 1. Input mo yung mga vectors. 3, 4, -7. And then, okay, dimension mo yung vector b as 2, -5, and 6. 2, -5, and 6. Then, to get this scalar projection of A on B, that is vector A lang, and then what? And then, dot product, 7, then shift 5, 4, divided by its absolute value. Shift absolute value of shift 5, 4. So, you'll get this, what? Value, -6.9. Ano ibig sabihin ng negative na yan? Anong significance ng negative na yan? Ang ibig sabihin niyan, okay, kung medyo malaki yung angle sa 90, yan ba? Kung ito yung vector A, uh, kung ito yung vector A, tapos ito ngayon yung vector B, there, ito yung vector A. Kaya nag-negative kasi ang projection nandito. Yan, no? Yan. Kasi yung angle niya, yan, yung angle niya kasi mas malaki sa 90 degrees. So yung scalar projection wala doon sa B, nasa left side niya. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng scalar projection. Pag sinabi namang vector projection, okay, pag sinabi namang vector projection, okay, so again, kunin ko yung scalar projection. So, halimbawa, ito yung vector A, ito yung vector B. Ang scalar projection niya is, I will project it somewhere there. So, ito yung A dot UB, unit vector B. But remember, that is a scalar. Pag naging vector na yan, magiging vector ngayon niya kasi vector, i-multiply mo siya ng another unit vector B. So this will be the vector projection of, yan, the vector projection of A on B. Yan ang ibig sabihin. Okay, it becomes a vector. Ang scalar projection is, remember, it's just what? A scalar, walang magnitude, rather walang direction. So, okay, let's have moved here. Find the vector projection of 3i plus 4j minus 6k to the vector b plus 4i minus 6j plus 4k. Ulitin ko. So, Kung ito yung vector A at ito yung let's say vector B, so ang hinahanap natin itong scalar projection muna, tapos magiging vector. So remember, this will be A dot UB, yun yung scalar projection. And then multiply mo lang ng unit vector B. So to do that, using your calculator, ito, you can use that product muna nito. So you can compute that and that product and then multiply mo ng unit vector. To do that using your calculator, go to mode A, 1, 1. Input ulit natin yung vector na yan. 3, 4, saka negative 6. At saka dimension uli yung yung vector B as what? As 4, negative 6, at saka 7. Then get the vector. Okay, get the A unit vector B. Okay, A unit vector B is just what? Is just I'm sorry, this is a dot product. Okay, dot product to. Dot. Then ito multiplication. So what you do is okay, vector A and then dot. Okay, dot, and then get the unit vector shift 5 4 divided by absolute value of vector shift 5 4. Ito yung ito muna yung scalar projection. And then multiply mo siya ng unit vector B, that is shift 5 4 divided by the absolute value of shift 5 4. Okay, again, this one. Okay. Alright, this is vector A times the unit vector ng vector B. Then multiply by the unit vector of vector B. So, wait, hindi ko nalagyan siguro yung vector A. Ano yung laman ng vector A ko? 3, 4, negative 6, and then shift 5, 4. That's 4, negative 6, 7. 4, negative 6, 7. Okay, again, this is shift 5, 3. Okay, that. Shift 5, 7. Then this is what? Shift 5, 4 divided by the absolute value of shift 5, 4. Okay, this will give you the scalar projection. Then just multiply it by the unit vector, shift 5, 4 again, divided by shift 5, shift 5, 4. So you see that I got this one. I got this vector projection. Pag sinabing vector, okay, pag sinabing vector projection, that is what? That is a vector, mayroong direction at saka may magnitude. Next is what you call cross product naman. Pag sinabing cross product, okay, look at the cross product naman. Cross product, that is A, B sin theta. Ito yung tawag dito, vector product. So, pag sinabing vector product, halimbawa ito yung, halimbawa yan, ito yung A ko, ito yung B ko. Ang cross product is what? Is defined as AB sin theta, where the direction is perpendicular to both A and B following the right-hand rule. So, ang direction nandito, A cross B, where where perpendicular siya dito, saka perpendicular siya dyan. And then, following the right-hand rule, ibig sabihin, i-curl mo yung thumb mo. I-curl mo yung kamay mo from A to B yung kanang kamay. Kung saan tuturo yung thumb mo, nandoon yung A cross B. Like this one, no? Yung A cross B, yan, no? Ito yung i-curl mo yung kamay mo pa ganyan. Yung thumb mo, tama dyan. Pag kinurl mo yung kamay mo pa ganon, ang thumb mo tatama sa baba. Okay, note the direction of A cross B is perpendicular to both A and B and following the right-hand rule. So, let's move. Ito yung definition ng cross product. A cross B is defined as the determinant of IJK, AX, AY, BX, BY, BC. Determinant siya. So look at this example 6. Find the cross product of A and B. So anong ginawa? Anong ginawa? IJK tapos ito, ano lang, 3, 2, negative 5 at saka negative 4, 5, negative 7. Now, remember, ito, paano ginagawa yan? No? This is cofactor. Delete mo yon, delete mo to. Ito yung I, natira 2, negative 5, 5, negative 7, kaya nandun. Then, alternating sign. So, alternating sign, so, burahin ko yan. Dito naman, ang i-delete mo, ito sa ito. Matitira yung 3, negative 5, negative 4, negative 7, negative j yun. Tapos, burahin mo ulit. Okay. So, ang mangyayari dito, ito naman yung i-delete. O, delete mo yung k. Yan. 3, 2, negative 4, 5. Positive, negative, positive. And evaluate the determinant. That is 2 times negative 7 is 14. 14 plus 25, that's 11. Determinant yan, negative 21 plus negative 21 minus 20 is negative, positive 41, negative doon, at saka 15 plus 8 is 23. Yan yung cross product yan. 11. Now remember, the cross product is also a vector. Ngayon, pwedeng gamitin mo yung calculator, mode 8, 1, 1. Input mo yung mga vectors na yan. 3, 2, negative 5, and then dimension mo ulit. Dimension mo yung vector B as what? As negative 4, 5, negative 7. Negative 4, 5, 5, and negative 7. Okay, just compute the product. Shift 5, 3, use this cross product. Shift 5, 4. You see that I get this vector, 11, 41, and 23. So, okay, okay, ito naman yung moment of a force. Now, this will be the next video na. Okay, so